the one God picked. If you don't pay attention, you'll regret every breath you take. Don't look away. I'm talking to you quickly because what's happening around you is really important. You can miss a turning point that was planned before you were born if you don't pay attention to this time. This message isn't meant to scare you. It's meant to rouse you up. I'm bringing you closer to safety, a breakthrough, and a transformation that can alter the course of your life. If you feel this stirring in your soul, don't scroll past it or ignore it. What I'm going to say is just for you, and it will have a big impact on your future. Say Amen. When I say, pay attention, I mean those things that have been taking your attention away from me while I was putting doors in areas you thought were closed forever. You will miss the indications that show I am working for your benefit if you keep looking away. I don't talk to you to judge you. I speak to warn you because how well you obey now will affect how peaceful you are in the future. Something is happening in your life that you need to pay attention to, and if you don't pay attention to it, you may regret you had later. This isn't a threat of punishment. It's a request to be on the same page, and what you say is really important. I implore you from the bottom of my heart to like the video right now, not to get attention, but because your simple act of trust and agreement will open your soul to accept what I'm saying right now. I want to remind you that you were selected on purpose, not by accident or coincidence, but by a higher power that goes beyond what you can see. You made it through storms that should have killed you, and you have been through quiet that may have made you angry, but you are still here because I have protected you. Don't turn away from this fact. When you know you're safe, you start to walk differently. Your attention is the key that unlocks the clarity I am leading you to. You may be wondering why I spoke so strongly. It's because I can see what's coming before you do. There are choices you may make that can have long-term effects, and being aware of them will help you choose between a blessing and a needless hardship. I have put intelligence within you, but you need to slow down enough to hear it ascend. When you hurry, you go ahead of my schedule, and when you jump ahead of my schedule, you make things harder for me that I never meant for you to have to deal with. I am speaking through your thoughts, relationships, and environment in ways you may not have completely observed. You are not simply any person. You are mine. That's why I won't let you fall into regret without thinking about it. I don't want you to feel regret. It's growth. Growth takes time and bravery. I am making you stronger from the inside so that you can stand up to problems without falling apart. You have had times when you felt like no one noticed you, but I have always been watching you. I'm still putting people, opportunities, and resources in your favor, and being attentive will help you spot them when they show up. You can't see the protection that is surrounding you, and I've already stopped several hazards without you ever knowing. That's what I adore. Calm yet strong, steadfast even when you don't believe. Don't turn away from the lessons I'm teaching you right now. Each one gets you ready for the rise that is coming. I am giving you strength, developing your character, and deepening your faith so that you can bear the gift without being crushed by it. Comment 1212. Get this straight. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm trying to make you realize how important your calling is. You have asked for change, for good things to happen, and for doors to open. Now I am getting you ready to step through them in a responsible way. If you don't prepare, you can mess up the answer you hoped for. When something doesn't seem right, listen to your heart, and notice the tranquility when anything goes my way. I am showing you the way step by step, and being open to listen will keep you secure and stable. I know the problems you keep to yourself, the doubts you don't talk about, and the fights you have when no one is looking. I have seen your tears, and I have counted them as seeds that will sprout into happiness when the time is perfect. When life becomes too much for you, don't turn away from me. I'm closest to you when you feel the weakest. There are moments coming that will seem normal at first, but they will be very important. If you're not paying attention, You'll just walk by them without realizing they were doors with my fingerprint on them. I want you to calm down, take a deep breath, and look at what's going on around you with spiritual awareness. I don't hurry things and I don't squander agony because everything I let happen has a reason behind it. You have been exhausted in ways that sleep couldn't help and fatigued in ways that words couldn't convey. That weight did not come to kill you. It came to teach you to rely on me instead of your own power. You felt the effort as you attempted to carry everything by yourself, but you felt better when you gave in even a little. Notice that distinction because it shows you the way I want you to go. This season, I'm teaching you how to tell the difference between good and bad opportunities and voices. Some doors sparkle but lead to nothing, while others appear plain yet are full of tranquility and progress. If you don't pay attention, you'll go after things that shine instead of those that last. I'm strengthening your instincts so that when anything doesn't go my way, your soul will feel uneasy and you'll know to move aside. You have asked me to raise you, and raising you needs clarity. When you advance, more people will see you and you will have greater responsibilities. I am making your foundation stronger right now so that as your impact grows, you will stay modest and grounded. Attention is the skill that helps you stay true to yourself even when others are praising you. There are individuals in your life whose roles are changing, and you can feel it. Even if you haven't spoken it out loud yet, some people are getting closer because they are supposed to help you develop. Some people are quietly leaving because their time with you is over. Don't hold on to what I'm letting go of, and don't be afraid of what I'm sending. If you pay attention, you'll notice that every change has a purpose. Why is the government so determined to keep this 7-second brain routine a secret? A big CIA leak has revealed a brief mental exercise that is helping regular people get out of debt and embrace fortune. For neuroscience laboratories have backed this simple home solution that is helping people who are having trouble with money live happier lives. People may now buy new houses, cars, and go on vacation, but this secret might be taken down at any time. Before it goes away, click on the link in the description and comments. The things I told you to be sorry about are not about little faults. They are about not following the advice that might save you from being really sad. I don't want you to look back in a few years and wish you had listened more closely when I pushed your heart. You should be thankful for every breath you breathe, and I want those breaths to be full of meaning instead of regret. That's why I'm so strong with you. Your future is more important to me than your comfort right now. A blessing is coming together, and you need to help it happen. It won't just fall into your hands if you don't help me. Since I'm working with you, not controlling you. When it seems hard, you have to choose obedience, and when it feels unclear, you have to choose trust. Comment 333. You are safe in ways you don't completely understand. There were accidents that may have occurred but didn't, conversations that may have ruined you but were stopped, and machinations against you that fell through without your awareness. That is my protection over your life, solid and sturdy. I am telling you not to look away because being alert keeps you safe. I realize that sometimes you feel like no one sees you, particularly when your hard work and sacrifices go unrecognized. But I notice every little gesture of honesty, every time you decided to be honest instead of easy, and every time you turned down anything that would have hurt your spirit. I see everything, and nothing good that I accomplish goes to waste. When you don't get outside validation, paying attention to my speech keeps your heart steady. You are entering a time when minor choices will have big effects. The habits you make now will determine the door that opens tomorrow. The connection you work on today will either make you stronger or weaker in the next several months. I'm asking you to look at the patterns you repeat and the decisions you make, because little concessions may lead to big problems if you don't deal with them. This is also a time of healing, and to recover, you have to face things you'd prefer not think about. Pain that you hide will come back later, but pain that you share with me may turn into knowledge. Don't turn away from your wounds because I'm ready to heal them. When you let me inside your shattered areas, I convert scars into proof that you are strong. You have questioned your value more than you let on, comparing yourself to others and felt like you don't measure up. That analogy is meant to throw you off and make it harder for you to concentrate. I made you on purpose, and your path should not be the same as everybody else's. Listen to the gifts I gave you. They will show you where I want you to go. There is a breakthrough coming, but it will take bravery to go through with it. Fear will tell you that you aren't ready, can't do it, or aren't strong enough. I don't put terror in the hearts of my chosen ones. Therefore that voice isn't from me. I sow trust, strength, and a calm confidence that increases as you trust me more. When I say, don't look away, I'm also talking about your spiritual attention. Don't let short-term problems get in the way of your long-term view. What you go through today is making you stronger for the future. I'm not simply giving you a blessing for today. I am getting you ready for a long life and an influence that goes beyond what you can conceive. There may be times when being obedient seems lonely since not everyone will agree with what you do. Some people may wonder why you leave something that looks simple or popular. They won't see what I showed you in private. Believe me when I say that the clarity I provide you is enough, even if it means being alone for a while. Your trust is being tried not to break you, but to make you stronger. Resistance makes your muscles stronger, and difficulties make your soul stronger. Every time you face a struggle and get through it, you get stronger and more dependent on me. If you pay attention to me throughout these hardships, you will stay stable and optimistic. You have made it through storms that were impossible to go over, and yet you are stronger than you were before. You didn't get that strength only from yourself. It came from the grace that kept me going. I was with you every night you couldn't sleep and every time you cried without saying anything. I am still with you now, helping you find calmer seas. I want you to walk with confidence, not with arrogance, but with the awareness that you are chosen. Your existence has meaning that can't be taken away by little problems. If you fall, I'm ready to help you up if you turn back to me. Say 777. In the next several days, keep your eyes open because confirmation will come in ways that are hard to miss. You will feel like everything are in order where there was previously disarray. You will feel at ease where you used to feel anxious. That is how you will know that paying attention has put you in the right place. For years, things have happened in your life that have been the same. Some of them have made you stronger, while others have slowed you down. I'm pointing out those patterns to you so you may break the ones that don't help you progress. If you don't pay attention to them, they'll accompany you into new seasons and turn old problems into new chances. You can immediately feel the change. Conversations are changing, your priorities are shifting, and your wants are becoming clearer. That is not by chance. That is my hand leading your heart away from what makes you tired and toward what makes you happy. I am changing your hunger so that you want purpose more than praise and depth more than diversion. Listen to the quiet beliefs that come up within you. When something seems good on the exterior but feels heavy in your soul, that's my caution. That serenity is frequently my affirmation when something seems safe. Even when it appears dangerous, I communicate via discernment, and if you are sensitive to it, you won't regret it. Do you know why so many people are talking about this CIA ceremony that lasts for 7 seconds? A brainwave method that the CIA let out is making a difference in people's lives all around the globe. This 7-second strategy, which is based on neurobiology, enables average people get money, independence, and luxury. You are incredibly fortunate to view this site right now since it may go away shortly. Before it is taken down, go on the link in the comments and description to find out what it is. You have been asking for more information, and to get that information, You need to be honest with yourself. You have used excuses in the past because you didn't want to change. I'm slowly taking away those excuses so you may completely take on your responsibilities. Growth starts when denial ceases, and I am asking you to grow up to meet the blessing I am getting ready for you. Every breath you take is valuable and full of potential. When you squander time on things that don't important, you feel more regret. I am attempting to free you from the burden of pride that keeps you from correcting yourself or fear that stops you from following orders. If you stay focused today, you'll be thankful later instead of sad. You are not the only one going through this change. I am with you every step of the way while you make decisions. When you don't know what to do, I give you nudges, impressions, and moments of surprising understanding when you stop and ask for help. Don't ignore those little moments of enlightenment because they are my instruction weaved throughout your everyday existence. This season will bring up relationships that will push your limits. Some individuals will try to stop you from growing because it makes them feel bad. People will help you because they see the calling on your life. Notice who provides calm to your space and who always makes things confusing. I am teaching you that paying attention is a kind of stewardship. When you take care of your time, ideas, and energies carefully, you put yourself in a position to receive plenty. You make things harder for yourself when you disperse them recklessly. I want you to walk in a way that is stable, not always crazy. You are becoming braver now than you were before. Things that used to scare you now seem easy to handle. That shows that you are becoming better. I am making your inner world stronger so that the things that happen to you on the outside don't readily unsettle you. Even if you think the process is sluggish. 111. You've kept your disappointment to yourself, particularly in areas where you thought things would go faster. I could see how hard you worked and how hard you fought to keep your faith when things didn't appear to change. Those seasons were not empty. They were teaching you how to be strong and humble. You will appreciate the breakthrough that comes after you have worked hard for it more because you will know how much it cost. Don't look away when you are corrected. Correction is not the same as rejection. It is a redirection. I point out an area that needs work because I see the potential in you and won't let you settle for less. The pain of getting well is just momentary, but the power it gives you lasts. You may not know it, but your ideas have a big impact on where you go. If you are always afraid, you will move slowly and lose out on chances. If you always think about uncertainty, you'll be hesitant when opportunities arise. I am teaching you how to protect your mind so that your behaviors come from trust in me. You can't create the benefits that come from being obedient on your own. You can only unlock certain doors by taking a step of faith. You will only have any good luck if you let go of what I told you to. Even if my instructions don't make sense right away, you should still follow them. You have been kept from paths that would have worn you out. You nearly made decisions that would have left you feeling bad about them. I softly guided you, sometimes behind closed doors and other times through startling shifts. That was my kindness at work before you even realized you needed it. Your calling in life is not insignificant. It may not appear like much on the surface, but it has a bigger effect than you think. You don't always realize how your words, compassion, honesty, and determination affect other people. That's why it's important to pay attention to what you carry, since it impacts more than just you. I want you to be more deliberate with how you spend your days. Be conscious of how precious your time is when you wake up. Instead of just floating through your hours, go through them with a purpose. When you live with purpose, you give me more room to work clearly in your life. Sometimes, it can seem like temptation is greater than discipline. At such times, think about who you are. You are selected, not ordinary, not forgotten, and not by chance. Your choices show who you are, and your identity is important. Comment 999. I'm also fixing the parts where you lost faith. You had problems that made you doubt your skills. I'm not developing that confidence by being proud of myself, but by being reminded of my existence all the time. You stop thinking you can't do anything when you realize that I'm beside you. You could feel stressed out when your obligations grow, yet stress can make you stronger. Diamonds and perseverance both develop under strain. I'm not letting pressure crush you. I'm utilizing it to make you better. Be careful how you answer, since your response will affect your development. I want you to let go of some of your habits. Some of them are comfortable because they are familiar, but being familiar isn't necessarily good for you. At first, letting go could seem strange, but emancipation typically starts with doing something that used to seem natural. Have faith that what I take away will be replaced with something greater. You are entering a time when alignment will become evident. Things that are meant to be in your life will remain with power and calm. Things that don't belong will progressively lose their grip. Don't oppose the changes I'm making. They're making things more stable. Only pressure can bring out the strengths that are already within you. You used to think you were weak because you felt so intensely. But being sensitive doesn't mean you're weak. It is wisdom that has to be trusted. I made your heart that way so you could feel changes before they happen. You walk more safely when you recognize that sensitivity instead of pushing it down. What if a short, 7-second mental exercise could wipe off your debt and make you truly rich? A secret CIA paper has shown a simple 7-second trick that is already helping regular people get out of debt and attract prosperity. For top neuroscience laboratories have tested this simple home exercise, which is helping people live better lives despite their money concerns. People are receiving new vehicles, residences, and trips. But this information might be taken off at any time. Before it goes away, click on the link in the comments and description. You are also learning that ignoring warnings might lead to regret. You have sensed a reluctance in your soul in the past, and you choose to ignore it. That stillness cost you tranquility and taught you things the hard way. I don't want to make you feel bad by bringing up those times again. I want to make you more conscious of what's coming up. Your life isn't random. And your route wasn't chosen by chance. There is a reason for every meeting, every delay, and every change of course. Even what seemed like rejection was a way to keep you from becoming tired. When you look back with clear eyes, you'll find my fingerprints in locations you used to label bad luck. Keep an eye on how your wants are changing. You don't want what you used to want anymore. That shift shows that you are growing, not losing. I am raising your vision so that short-term pleasure doesn't keep you from long-term happiness. You have felt that something important is happening. That feeling is genuine, even if you can't properly explain it. You need to be mentally and emotionally mature for this change I'm putting you in. If you pay attention, you will gently walk into it instead of stumbling through it. There are sounds around you that are trying to get your attention. Some people talk loudly, full of anxiety and haste. Some people talk gently, yet they are wise and stable. Learn to tell the difference, since the loudest voice isn't necessarily the most honest one. You are entering a time when being quiet will be very important to you. You don't have to say everything you think, and you don't have to fight every conflict in public. When I tell you to be quiet, pay attentively. At the perfect moment, silence can keep what I'm developing within you safe. Comment 55. Even in minor ways, your discipline is becoming stronger. You are more cautious with what you say, more attentive about the choices you make, and more picky about how you use your energy. You could think such changes are little, but they are having a big effect on your future. Being consistent in little things gets you ready for bigger ones. You have also been facing concerns that used to govern you. Things that used to make you shrink now make you stand up straight. That bravery didn't come out of nowhere. It became stronger with each challenge you faced. And each time you choose faith over fear. I want you to know that paying attention doesn't mean being anxious. It means being conscious of my presence and advice in your life. Anxiety comes on quickly and takes control. Awareness makes things clearer and steadies them. Stop when you want to look away from hard facts. Honesty is where growth hides. If anything needs to change, do it softly but forcefully. I will give you the strength to face what scared you before. There are good things that come with being patient that can't be hurried. You have attempted to speed up results previously, but subsequently realized that time is important. I am getting everything in order behind the scenes. You might mess up what is still developing if you act too soon. You are becoming better at how you deal with disappointment. Instead of giving up, you are learning to think. You are learning to change instead of blame. That level of maturity shows that you are ready for more responsibilities. Listen to the tranquility that comes when you obey. Even if a choice seems hard at first, if it fits with what I want, it will ultimately provide me peace of mind. That tranquility is proof that you made the right choice. Keep it close when doubt attempts to come back. You requested me to help you have more power. But it all starts with character. I'm making your integrity stronger so that you can stay anchored when doors open. Taking care of your inner life can help you keep your outward success. 1010 There will be times in the future when you will have to concentrate again. Things that get in the way will seem like chances. When you're stressed, old behaviors will want to come back. That's why I constantly telling you to be careful. Your future isn't fragile, but the choices you make now affect how comfortably you enter it. Every time you discipline someone, you strengthen their confidence. Every time you become conscious, you get clearer. I'm helping you step by step so you don't feel bad about what you've done. You can do more than you think you can. You've dealt with difficult situations previously and come out stronger. Have faith that the lessons you learned from your previous problems are still with you. It didn't go away. It became a part of your base. I'm also helping you repair the parts of yourself that were hurt by comparison. You don't have to compare your development to someone else's timetable anymore. My plans, not what others anticipate, shape your path. When you focus on your own route, you move with less stress and more purpose. The fact that you can breathe shows that I still have plans for you. I still have work to do on you to shape you, strengthen you, and place you. Every breath you take has potential. Every time you breathe out, you let go of what doesn't help you develop. You could become tired again, but it doesn't mean you've failed. Take breaks when you need to, but don't give up on your goal. Avoidance and restoration are not the same thing. Be careful which one you choose. Your obedience is making good things happen that you can't see. You will be surprised at how doors will open. Connections will happen that seem planned instead than random. Those are signals that your attention is in line with my design. Don't forget how far you've come. You are not the same person you were when you first heard this warning. You are more grounded, clear, and powerful. That development is subtle but strong. You have showed a lot of strength, and I am proud of you for that. I'm glad to see that you're becoming more humble. If you keep walking closely with me, you'll be ready for the next chapter instead of feeling overwhelmed. I'm not telling you to be nervous or on alert all the time. I am calling you to be alert. It's not the same to scan for danger with dread and to calmly see what is true. You don't panic every time anything changes when your soul is awake. You just watch and then answer wisely. Could a brain ritual that the CIA has uncovered be the fastest way to a life of luxury? Newly discovered CIA research has revealed a remarkable brainwave technique that is helping regular people become rich practically right away. For neuroscience laboratories have confirmed that this 7-second practice done at home is helping individuals go from debt to their dream homes, automobiles, and vacations. If you can see this, you're lucky, since this page could be taken down shortly. To find out what the secret is before it goes away, click the link in the comments and description. You don't realize how much your attention will affect your future. What you pay attention to is what develops in your life. Doubt grows when you feed it. Faith grows and steadies your steps if you take care of it. You may have missed some little benefits that are already all around you. Little wins, slow improvement, and tranquility at times that used to make me anxious.